All right, welcome back to Sin Bin Stream here on YouTube. We have the Boston Bruins at Anaheim Ducks. Wednesday night hockey. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hope you're having a great Thursday around the world. Thanks for being here. All right, audio is good. Let me check something right now. All right, should be all set. We have the Bruins feed off of ESPN Plus. I just don't like the don't want to support the Ducks stream. I can't stand their color guy, even though I'm not listening. All right, roster report is up. Let's see who is starting. And Anaheim won game 1 in Boston 7-5 on October 23rd. All right, so it will be Corpusalo in net for Boston, and he will face Lucas Dostal of the Ducks. And out on, let's see, forwards will be Janot, Kastelik, Minton, and their defensemen for the Bruins, Lindholm and Jokiharju. Terry Carlson and Creeder for the Ducks, and their defensemen Truba and Zellweger. Again, number 1 Dostal, and for the Bruins, number 70 Corpusalo. All right. Yep. And they were just showing highlights of that other game. All right. We're doing the anthem. Don't forget to vote in the poll for who you think will win in Anaheim tonight. We have 2-2 in the voting. 2 for the Bruins, 2 for the Ducks so far. All right. And I'm wearing an old, not a huge Bruins fan, just love their logos. And this is an old Cam Neely jersey. Because I loved Cam Neely because of the old NHL games on Sega Genesis, like 92, or the original 93, or NHLPA, and 94, etc. 96 was my favorite. All right, we should just be about set to go. Let's make sure we're live. We'll go back to the Ducks feed if we determine that the Bruins feed is too far behind. All right, face off. Ducks are in orange going left to right, and the Bruins in their white are going right to left. So I'll probably switch up their overlay. Under 19:45 to go in the first period. Ducks send it up the near side, picked off at the neutral zone. Bruins send it in. And puck is sent to the far boards as we got 19:23 to go in the first period. Bruins, let's see, can't do anything with it, and the Ducks get it out of their own end at the red line. Somebody got knocked down. Bruins pounce on the puck. Pastrnak shoots wide of the net from the near circle. Puck sent behind the net to Pastrnak. Back to the blue line. Another shot goes wide into the netting, I believe. And we have a whistle at 18:57. 1-0 shots on goal. Boston. All right, maybe I should make the Bruins black on white instead. Or maybe even like a gray. Nah, that's good. Face off won by the Bruins. And by the Ducks. They get it out of their own end and they're offside at 18:51. No score. Barely a minute over into the game. 18:51 to go. Strome is out there for the Ducks. Looks like he's taken the draw against, oh my gosh, who is that? 92, Kushnutdinov. I can't even say it. They kicked out Strome. Draw is won by Boston. Into their own end, up the near boards, and into the O-zone. Finally, Pasternak can't get there. He delivers a hit. And the Ducks send it to the far corner. And Lacombe gets it to the near boards. Finally, it's skated out by the Ducks. Pass to center ice. Shot. I think that was blocked by the Bruins. Far circle, Strome. They send it behind the net. Into the far corner to Strome. Shot from the blue line is wide. And redirect was offline. And the Bruins send it ahead. Into the far circle. I believe that was Blumel. And it sent, man, the camera cannot follow the puck. Yeah, we might just go to Anaheim. See if it's any better. Lacombe and sent up the near boards by the Ducks into the far corner. Near boards shot, or near circle shot. That was wide again by the Ducks. At the blue line. Another shot. Rebound. Another shot, and that's put in the net. I think, yeah, goal by the Ducks. At 17:31, I think it was tipped in. And it's 1-0. Looks like it was Harkins on the goal. Harkins from Johnston and Nestorenko. Yeah, it was sent off the goalie by Johnston. And then an easy rebound tap in as Lindholm couldn't clear the crease by Harkins. I'm surprised I guess they're saying that shot wouldn't have been on net, the original one. Harkins on his third team in 7th NHL season. Winnipeg, Pitt, and Anaheim. Ducks win the draw. They have the 1-0 lead. Ducks, Bruins trying to send it out. They finally do to center ice. But taken over by the Ducks and more. They send it in behind the net. Terry picks it up back to the blue line. Gets it to Gudis, who shoots it, and it's a glove save. Not sure if that was on net or if that was wide of the net. They do say 2-1 shots on goal. Anaheim. Now, NHL.com, yep, putting it right back to 1-1. That's what I thought. That shot looked wide of the net. All right. Near face-off. Near circle draw, I should say. Still waiting on the linesman. We get a false start by Minton. And they kick out a Duck. That was McTavish. Still waiting. There's the draw. Bruins behind their own net. Up the far boards. Dumped into the near corner. And not out. The Bruins tried to keep it in, but now the Ducks get it up the near boards and out. Seneca in the near boards. Now into the near corners. Pass sent off the side of the net by Zellweger. And the Bruins get it out. Kastelik to the near boards. That shot, I guess, is blocked. What's the call here at 16:32? Were the Bruins offsides? Well, 1-0 Anaheim, 1-1 shots on goal. Yeah, I guess it was offsides. Near circle draw just outside the zone, dumped in now by the Bruins to the near corner. Battle for the puck. Off the far boards, kept in. And the Ducks, nope, can't get it out of there. It's dumped back in. Again, Harkins from Johnston and Nestorenko. Finally, the Ducks get it out. Lacombe has it in the slot to the far circle. Center's shot. Good save by Korpisalo. And the Bruins, Pastrnak. Cross-ice pass. Far circle. Return pass off the near boards. Pastrnak at the blue line to the far circle. Pastrnak shoots and a save held on by Dostal at 15:38. Now they're saying 2-1 shots on goal Ducks, although that should be a shot on goal for Boston. It is. Well, now it's suddenly, well, keep an eye on the TV. Yeah, NHL.com still at 15:38. They have 4-2, and so does Boston TV. Yeah, I think maybe I will go back to the Ducks. I'm not going to listen to their color announcer anyways, but face-off, controlled by the Ducks. They send it up the near boards. Not out. Now they skate it out. And sent into the near boards. Boston counters, and wow, that was a big hit at the neutral ice by the Ducks. Hit in the near corner, and the Ducks have it in their own end. Oh, whiffed on a shot for Boston. Battle for the puck. Puck comes loose in the slot. Shot and a blocker or shoulder save by Dostal, and another one from the slot and another save. This time the puck is frozen by Dostal. As I say, yeah, now it's 4-4 shots on goal. 2 point-blank shots by the Bruins from just like the high slot area. In the middle of the ice, between the face-off circles. All right, 15:03 to go in the first. Maybe I should make the Ducks lettering black. I know they're wearing orange, but it looks terrible on the graphic. That shot, I think, was blocked by the Ducks. Sent behind the Duck net by the Bruins. Battle for the puck. Sent out the far boards. Just kept in at the blue line. That shot was on net. Rebound into the far corner. Vale couldn't get there. Shot. Rebound. Curley couldn't get to it. And Boston, that's Peak in his own end. Boston getting a couple changes. They dump it in. Dostal behind his own net. Passing between the Duck defensemen, now into the O-zone. Backhander deflected into the near corner. And Bruins send it behind their own net. Up the far boards, it's sent by Joke Harju. Man, they have some impossible names. Icing on the Bruins at 13:56. Oh, Kuraly missed the net on a backhander. Hit the side of the net. Could have tied it. Waiting for the linesman. Scoring chances, 4-2 Bruins. Puck sent behind the net for the Bruins and finally out. Knocked out by Janot. Oh, a hit. Moore got hit. Ducks carry it. That's Seneca into the far circle behind the net now. Ducks have it near circle back to the blue line. Shot and a goal. I don't know if it got tipped, but the Ducks are up 2-1. on a blue line bomb. And the high-scoring, high-flying Ducks take the 2-0 lead. Not even 6.5 into the game. Gudis getting credited with the goal from McTavish and Seneca. So I think it was the blue line shot. Yep, beat Corpusalo on the blocker side high. I don't think might have been screened by his own guy. What a blast by Gudis just inside the blue line. All right, face-off won by Boston. Under 13.5 to go. Dumped in. Pasternak chases. Dostal plays it to the far boards. Not out. Bruins keep it in, but it gets tipped into the crowd at 13-19. It's 2-0 Ducks and 7-5 Bruins shots on goal as we head to the first media timeout under 14. All right, let's see if... I don't know. The Bruins broadcast is all right, but I'm going to go back to the Ducks, see if it's any better. Try to sample both the broadcasts here. What the heck? I got out and it sent me right into a college basketball multi-view. I don't believe that's what I clicked on. Oh, let's check the other scores too. So earlier tonight in Buffalo, Flames beat the Sabres 6-2. Capitals win in DC over the Oilers 7-4. The Oilers struggles on defense and in the net continue. And currently, the Hurricanes are losing 2-0 on the road in Minnesota, or specifically St. Paul, Minnesota. Wild 2. Hurricanes nothing. Boldy has 11th on the power play in Faber. All right, so we'll see. All right, let's see if we make the Ducks color, the lettering black. Is that going to be readable? I guess I should make them orange, but... Okay, that's not it. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, wrong one. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. The orange is just so weird. I guess I could try the orange, but... I think that looks okay. Don't know if it's really Corpusalo's fault, but... All right, let's make sure we're live. Says we are. Draw controlled at the blue line by the Bruins. Near boards. And the Ducks get it out of their own end. They send it ahead. Far circle. Shot from a tough angle. Saved by Corpusalo. Ducks have it at the blue line. Send it around into the near boards. Send it to the far corner. Puck comes loose by the net. Ducks bring it around. Its pocket was picked. And the Bruins do eventually get it out. And now they call the Ducks offside at 12:43. 7-6 shots on goal. Marco Sturm, that name sounds familiar, the Bruins head coach. Pretty sure he definitely used to play. Trouba, Nestorenko, Zellweger, Johnston, Harkins out there for the Ducks. Yeah, that's why I went to the Ducks. They do that at least. Say who's out there, at least for the Ducks. Back to the blue line for the Ducks. Trouba's shot is blocked into the far corner. Big hit by the Ducks. They still have the puck. Now the Bruins counter under 12:20 in the first period. Ducks play it into the near boards, though. Centering pass goes off the far boards and out of the zone. Ducks regroup in their own end. Both teams going for line changes. Trouba has the puck. And he passes it to a forward who gets it over the red line. Stolen by the Bruins. They go over the red line into the O-zone. Near circle. Center to the slot. And a nice save by Dostal. The puck was loose. Tempers were flaring. The puck is in the far corner. Kept in at the blue line. Wow, I thought they were going to get a whistle. Into the far corner. Under 11:40 now to go. And sent out to the neutral zone. Ducks turn it over and the Bruins dump it in from the red line. Dostal sends it to the near boards. It's sent right back behind by Gudis. Puck into the near boards. Bruins battling in the near corner. Behind the net. And they finally dump it. Ducks dump it into the far corner. Send it around to the near boards and the Bruins counter. Up ahead, but Kastelik lost the puck and the Bruins retreat into their own end. Kastelik gets it out to the red line and it's dumped in by Janot. Shot from the near circle and Dostal bobbled it and then had to freeze it at 10:39. Pretty sure it was Kastelik with the shot. Kastelik, yeah. 10-6 shots on goal, Boston, but they trailed 2-0. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Dostal lost sight of it, and the puck was in the crease. Had some pushing and shoving, but yeah. Ducks send out Strome, Hellison, Lacombe, Vetrano, Killorn. And they just kicked out Strome from the draw. Killorn steps in. Draw won by the Ducks. Sent behind their own net. Lacombe up the far boards and out. Bruins, nope, they near circle. Centering pass sent wide around the net. And a Duck trip behind the net. And pass out of the zone. Kuznetsov, easy for me to say, got it out of their own end. But the Ducks counter now at the red line and backhanded off. That was Lacombe behind the net. Sent up the far boards, and the Bruins have it in the O-zone now. Into the near corner. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked into the near corner by the Ducks. Sent. Nope, kept in by the Bruins. Centering pass to the slot. Got through everybody to the far board. Seneca chips it to center ice. Glove down in their own end. Bruins pick up the puck. Get it to neutral ice. Gudis will pass it to Seneca in the far circle now. Into the far boards. Gauthier, I believe, is there. He takes it all the way back to the blue line. Centers it. And what's this called? We have we got Pastrnak and McTavish having to be separated. There may have been some punches thrown there. And the Bruins are going to get a penalty. Might have been a hook. And yeah, it looked like a hook on Zacha or Zacha at 10:41. Not going well for Boston right now. After the under 10 media timeout, Anaheim heads to the power play, already up 2-0. All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Did I fix the schedule? Yeah, tomorrow night we'll be back. So less than 24 hours. We'll have Kings Sharks. My son's last flag football game is that night. So I'll be back in time for Sharks hosting the Kings. Friday we're going to have women's college basketball, 2 ranked teams. I think Michigan's number 6 and UConn is number 1. That's on Fox, and we'll follow it up with the Boston Bruins at LA Kings. And a rare 9:30 game for me. I normally try to only do 9 o'clocks. But I didn't figure with basketball I would be able to, so going for the 9:30. Saturday, more women's college basketball, and then an NHL doubleheader. Again, but 2 ranked teams, top in the 20 to 25 range between Kentucky and Louisville. Off the CW, the UConn games on Fox, and then we'll have a doubleheader for hockey, and then we'll have Packers football Sunday, and also another NHL doubleheader. And then Monday, I'm going to work on that. Maybe I can get a women's basketball game in there, but can't do an NHL doubleheader on Monday night. All right, face off in the near circle for the Bruins. Or no, we got the behind the net cam. That was the far circle, actually. Down low for the Ducks on the power play. Under 9:10 to go, first period. Back to Lacombe. His shot is saved off the blocker. Into the far boards. Sent around into the near boards and out. And Lacombe in his own end with the puck. 10-7 shots on goal. All right, Bruins in the near boards. Finally clear it. Is there anything on this shoulder? Oh, yeah, it's the same patch. All right, Lacombe again. Under 8.5 to go. Anaheim still has about a minute on their power play. Sent out by the Bruins. They chase the loose puck. It's a one-on-one. Shot is saved off the blocker of Dostal into the netting at 8:13 and still 54 seconds on the power play. So breakaway given up by the Ducks. Dostal, though, made the save. So 11-7 shots on goal. Face off, Zellweger behind his own net. And finally the Ducks make the pass over the red line into the O-zone. Far circle around the net. Near circle. Blue line. Pass to the point. Blue line now. Cross ice pass. Kept in at the blue line. Far circle down low. Back to the blue line. Far circle down low. Just playing keep away. And into the slot. And a shot. Oh. And Corpusalo got it. And big rebound. But they keep it in at the blue line. 11-8 shots on goal. Centered and off a skate into the near boards. Penalty is over. And we're back to 5-on-5. And now the Bruins finally have the puck and are going the other way. Shot from the whiffed on the shot in the far faceoff circle. Puck is behind the net and the Ducks have possession. Under 7 to go, first period. Anaheim up the near boards and down the length of the ice. Taken behind the net by Peak. Or is it Peaky? Might be Peaky. And out to center ice. Far circle. Shot. Shoulder save by Dostal. Big rebound. And the Ducks do get it out of their own end. Knocked right back in by the Bruins, though. Up the near boards. Pasternak had it, lost it, and it's dumped in by the Ducks. Bruins have it behind their own net, into the near corner. And pass gets away on net, steered to the far side. Lacombe up the far boards. And Bruins send it right back in. Tracked down in the far corner, behind the net, to the slot. Couldn't hang on to it. Blue line, shot, saved into the near corner. Oh, a Bruin player just got knocked down. I think we got a Duck call right in front of some Bruins fans, right in that near circle draw area. And the Ducks aren't happy, but that was a good call. I mean, somebody got absolutely dumped. And we should have the under 6. Yeah, Gauthier almost went 5-hole. Somehow Corpusalo came up with the save. Penalty is on Hellison. They don't say for what yet, but the Bruins will head to the power play after this commercial break. All right, let me know who you're cheering for in the comments. Wow, we got 56%. So I'm assuming the vote is 5-4. 56 to 44% on 9 votes. I don't know. I've never been a big Duck fan, so I'm kind of rooting for the Bruins, I guess. Easier to root for the Bruins now that they don't have Marchand on their team anymore, I guess. So it was cross-checking. Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. He definitely got hit from behind. Dangerous play around the boards, too. Harkins from Johnston and Nestorenko at 2:29. Then Gudis. So that was Harkins' second goal. Gudis' first goal from McTavish and Seneca at 6:29. That's where we sit. 2-0 Anaheim. They are 0 for 1 on the power play. Bruins getting their first power play. 1 penalty on each team. Shots on goal 13-18 or 13-8 Bruins. All right. Oh yeah, that was a dangerous shove in the back. I think Minton. Yeah, Fraser Minton got shoved in the back with that cross check. Pasternak is out there for the Bruins. The draw and sent behind the net. Trouba will send it down the length of the ice. Trouba, Carlson, Terry, and Lacombe for the kill. And the Bruins are on the 5-on-4 power play, man advantage. Under 5.5 to go, first period. Bruins still looking to get on the board. Into the far corner. Far circle centering to the near circle. Shot by Pasternak is saved at 5:15. 86.3 miles per hour on the shot. Good save by Trouba. I mean, not Trouba. Sorry, Dostal. High riser, but got him like right in the Ducks logo at the top. So 14-9, they say shots on goal now. Shot to the far side. Puck at the blue line. Long shot tipped and tapped in, and it's 2-1. Bruins get on the board on the power play at 5:02. And that was, well, we don't have who yet. Guessing it's Laurie. Tipped. Okay, Geeky, no, Blumel. What am I saying? Yeah, Blumel. I was looking at the wrong guy. Blumel gets the goal. Geeky deflected it. Guess they're going to make sure Geeky wasn't above the crossbar when he knocked it down, but let me see if they reviewed it already.
Providence, they lost 3-1 Monday at home against Carolina. The only goal was scored by Riley Tufte, who was just recalled from Providence as well. That was a power play goal.
I think it was a good goal.
Scratch tonight, and it's Blumel who gets him on the board here.
Blumel.
They took a peek. They ruled it keep.
Good goal. Geek. And now they're saying Geeky. No, it was Blumel. NHL.com is wrong. It was Blumel from Geeky. That is wrong, NHL.com. What in the world? Blumel definitely slammed it in. The redirect on the high one wasn't in by Geeky. All right, Ducks have the puck with under 4:45 to go in the first period. Pass. Gudis sends it wide on a rocket in the far boards. And hello, yeah, I'm sorry, Piggy Wiggly. I'm sorry for the loss of your husband's friend. And dump in by the Ducks into the far corner. At neutral ice, Ducks still have it. Skate into the ozone. Near circle shot is blocked to the far boards. And back. Trouba, long shot and a glove save by Korpisalo at 4:02. My thing is not. There we go. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Piggy Wiggly. Face off by the Bruins, sent behind the net. Again, sorry for your loss. Bruins over the red line. To the far circle, shot is wide, and it's frozen off the boards by Dostal at 3:48. 16-10 shots on goal. It's not Geeky. Why is NHL.com wrong? Blumel put that puck in. I can't believe they got that wrong. When are they going to edit that? Man, the Ducks official scores are terrible. Kept in at the blue line, but I guess offsides on the Bruins at 3:44. And they took a shot away for the Bruins. 15-10. But thanks for being here, Piggy Wiggly, and commenting. I appreciate it. Trouba passes, and the Ducks send a shot. Blocker save by Korpisalo into the far boards. Now it's back behind the Bruins net. Up the... Nope, not out. Into the near circle. Now the Bruins skated out of their own end. Over the red line. Into the ozone. Lost the puck in the far boards. Counter by the Ducks. Excuse me. Sent into the far corner. Bruins behind their net. Up the near boards. And out. Minton couldn't get to it. Ducks dump it in. Looked like that was on net. Shots are 15-11. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Couple people just got taken down. Still battling out to the far corner and still hitting. Ducks send it around the near boards. Kept it in. Battle by the near circle. Finally, the puck comes free, and the Ducks send it to the blue line, and a long shot is deflected off the glass, back to the blue line, behind the net again, and the Ducks have it again. And cross-ice pass off the far boards. Pastrnak has it, and he'll skate out of his own end. Bruins going for changes. Pastrnak to the far circle, spun, And Bruins get a blast, and that shot is deflected into the near corner and out. 86.1 on the last shot. Bruins have it. Under 2 minutes to go. Pass to the near circle. Slot area shot and a kick save by Dostal. Puck off the boards, and Bruins have it in their own end. Puck comes loose again. They finally get it over the red line. Pastrnak tried to backhand it in and go for the change, and now the Ducks are on the counter, but now Bruins in their own end. That was Asparat who had it. He gets it back from Zadorov. Up the near boards, tipped into the O-zone. We're approaching 1 minute to go in the first period. Ducks with the puck, they dump it in around to the far boards, far side, far corner now. Behind the net, Bruins battle in the near corner. Still battling for the puck. And it gets by Trouba. Bruins are off to the races, a 2-0. And a shot on a nice pass is saved by Dostal. Wow. Highway robbery by Dostal to keep this a 2-1 game. Bruins could not cash it in on a quick 2-0, 2-on-none breakaway. And now we got a fight at 27.1, and the Duck player slams the Bruin player to the ice. And that was Steves on the receiving end. And it was, that wasn't Vetrano. It was a different, who was that? Maybe it was Vetrano. Yeah, it was Vetrano. Steves hit him into the Bruins bench. Vetrano didn't like it. Gave him a cross check. I don't know how that wasn't a cross check on Vetrano. It was a clean hit by Steves. I'm sure the Ducks announcers won't agree with it. Yeah, they blew it on that 2-on-0 break. Oh, they gave Steves the minor, too. Are they on a power play? Or did they screw this up? NHL.com probably messed it up. They got one for fighting and one for roughing, but it's got to be both the same. We're under 20 seconds to go. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Maybe I'll try to make Anaheim orange. I just don't like their orange. Sent up the boards to Dostal. He flips it back to neutral ice. That should just about do it. That is the end of the first period. It is 18-11 shots on goal now. We'll get the second intermission timer going. Yeah, 18-11 shots on goal. Let's see if they got the call. Yeah, they're both 5 minutes for fighting, Vetrano and Steves. All right, I guess I'll stay on the Ducks broadcast, though. All right, so let's look at the visualizers on the goal. Harkins, number 24. Shot, and then a rebound, and then a pass. Yeah, and he tipped it in. Or a wrister, a good pass. Nothing really the goalie could do. And then Gudas on a blast from the blue line, number 7. Just inside the blue line. He'll get the pass right about now and then blast it. Looks like the goalie got screened a little bit. And then finally, Morgan Geekie on the power play gets the Bruins back to 2-1. There was a deflection. That was not Geekie's goal. I thought for sure that Blumel slammed it in, but I guess not. They're giving it to Geeky. I don't know about that. Are they saying that Geeky slammed it in after it crossed the line? That's not what I saw. But if you had asked and been admin, I would have told you. 18-11 shots on goal. So Harkins second from Johnston and Nestorenko. Gudas from McTavish and Seneca. Geeky, I guess. I really thought it was going to be given to Blumel from Lindholm and Zaka. Let's check the game sheet or game summary. Sometimes those differ. Nope, they say Geeky's 13th as well. All right, well, 9 saves on 11 shots for Corpusalo. 17 saves on 18 shots for Dostal. (18-11) shots on goal, Boston. They're winning the draws 13-9. Boston's 1 for 1 on the power play. Ducks are 0 for 1. Here, I'll put the timer up for the second period. 13-6 hits Bruins. Block shots are tied at 6. Giveaways 8-7 Ducks. Takeaways tied 1-1. Again, this is the season finale of the 2-game series. And the Ducks won in Boston 7-5 on October 23rd. So high-scoring game. Yeah, the Ducks had a bunch of 7-goal games early in the season. I mean, we're right around 20 games, so we're about a quarter of the way into the season. And we got 5-5 on the voting, 50% each team on 10 votes between the Bruins and Ducks on who wins tonight. All right, well, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the Ducks orange. Let me see if I can find one that works though. Cuz they're wearing all orange tonight. All right, what is Oh, great. Now I just had a playback. You know what? I'll get out of the black, gold, and orange. See, and this isn't like my usual source either. For the colors, I forgot the website I normally use. That's why I'm having trouble finding a good match, I think. You know what? Let me get completely out of the app, too. I just had a playback error. Luckily, it was at the intermission. Man, what is the site I normally use? That's the problem I'm having. I guess that color looks close. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, I guess. I'll make them white instead of the black. All right, I guess that's their orange. I don't really know. I think it's ugly. I don't know. It's never been a fan of the Ducks colors or logos, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, we'll go back to the Ducks broadcast, I guess. So what did the AI scrape together? Is this the color they had? No, they had a different orange. I don't know. All right, 1 second. Let's see if this orange looks any different. Just trying to... Is that any better? I don't know. Doesn't look any different. F95602. I don't know. It looks about the same. I guess that's fine. I'll just leave it. Oh, let's check the other games. I forgot. It's still 2-0 Wild over the Hurricanes in St. Paul, Minnesota. 16:57 to go in the second. Goals in the first period, 154. Faber, his fourth. 11:46. Boldy, his 11th. Shorthanded. And the Capitals beat the Oilers 7-4 at home. Oilers' struggles continue. Sabres in Buffalo lose to the Flames 6-2. Flames are the worst team in the league, but they get a win on the road tonight. All right, here's what's coming up this week. Yeah, I'll be looking to add, obviously, a game to Monday. Couldn't schedule an NHL doubleheader that night. All the games are 6, 7, or 8, or around that time. So, all right, we'll keep an eye on Hurricanes Wild while we take a break. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you have, thank you for supporting the channel. Do appreciate the help. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers, which will help me grow the channel. Thank you for your support. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I wanted. All right, let me find the music and take a quick break. All right, for some reason they're not bringing up my library for the music. This is taking forever. I don't know. No saved tracks. Oh, that's awesome. Try again. There we go. That time it worked. All right, be right back. Thanks. Okay, we are back. And we'll kill the music. Looks like this song is over. Ah, perfect timing. All right. 2-1 after one. Pretty good game thus far. Let's see. All right. All right, yeah, let's get set for the third here. All right, well, let's clear this off. Apologies. All right, we are still on the Ducks feed. I don't know, might go back to the Bruins. All right. And, they're showing the two guys in the box for fighting. That's right. Steves and Vetrano. Smelling salts by a couple of Ducks. Keep thinking I may need to get those myself. Draw, controlled by the Ducks. They dump it in. All right, the Bruins are in white going left to right. Ducks are in orange going right to left. Kept in at the blue line, and a shot held on at 1948. Shot by Zellweger, saved by Corpusalo. Yeah, they're showing the hit by the boards and the retaliation going on. Wait, Zellweger got into Kastelik. All right, draw. Controlled by the Bruins in the near circle. They take it right, or far circle, take it out in front and out of the end. Man, when they show that behind the net cam, sometimes get confused. Cross ice pass, I think, got deflected into the bench area at 1930. Again, Harkins his second, Gudis his first, 2-0 Ducks. Then Geeky allegedly on the power play. Really thought that Blumel had slammed it in, but I don't know. I guess I didn't see the correct angle. My poor Oilers. Yeah, no kidding. What is wrong? They got slaughtered by the Caps tonight. I don't know what is wrong with the Oilers. I mean, it's too easy to point the finger at Skinner. I just think their defense is so bad. You can't blame everything on Skinner. Sent up the near. Thanks for the comments on the game too. I saw into the far circle for the Bruins. Shot wide, deflected into the netting, and we got a whistle at 1910. Stan Bowman failed us. Wait, is Bowman? Is he their GM, or is he like long gone? That used to be the Hawks GM. I know I recognize the name. All right, draw in the far circle in the Ducks end. Puck is behind the net. in the far corner. Pastrnak sends it to the near boards. Blue line kept in into the far corner. Pastrnak can't handle it though, and Killorn sends it out, and the Ducks dump it in from the bench side. Puck comes loose, and the Bruins counter. Pastrnak gets it knocked away though, and now he sends it into the far or near circle. Pardon me. All right, sent back to the blue line. Shot. Guess it got deflected into the near corner. Still battling for it. Who is that? Gudis for the Ducks finally chips it to center ice. Bruins try to counter. They take it back into their own end. And behind their own net, Peaky to the far boards, over the blue line, pass into the ozone, dumped in, far corner. Behind the net, tried to send it out more. Bruins keep it in. That shot is blocked into the near side. Geeky sent it into the near corner. Bruins trying to get it out of there. Behind the net, they chase it into the far corner. Sent behind again. A wraparound attempt. Didn't get through. It's 18-12 shots on goal. And I think they'll count that one. Yep, they just did for the Bruins. Now the Ducks have it in the far corner, far boards. Bruins do finally get it out over the red line into the ozone, pass into the near boards. And Zellweger brings it out over the blue line, over the red line, into the far boards. That is Seneca. Puck gets loose and sent behind the net. And the Bruins take a hit in the near corner, send it out the far boards to the neutral ice and dumped in. And they go off for a line change. The Ducks into the near boards, turn it over, centered to the slot. That shot is blocked or went high into the near corner. Still 19-12 shots on goal. Boston battling for the puck, and somebody got knocked down for the Bruins. Puck is pinned on the boards. Puck is behind the Ducks net into the far corner. Battling. And now poked away. Seneca couldn't get it though, and the Bruins chip it out. But kept in by the Ducks, so now it's out. And the Ducks have it in their own end and make a pass. Shot is blocked in the near circle. Blue line, sent in to the far corner. Bruins can't get it out. Now they get it to center ice. This will be on net, so no icing. And Dostal sends it. And the Ducks get it into the ozone, but not in for long. And the Bruins counter again, on net again for Dostal. They say 20-12 shots on net. Now 21, they counted that. And now they say 22, dumped in. 22-12, 15-15 to go, second period. Dumped in to the far corner for the Bruins. Puck is back to the blue line. Into the far circle. Shot goes through, or the pass through the crease into the near boards. Shot sent behind the net, more of a pass. Wrap around, sent to the crease, and the Bruins couldn't stuff it in. Into the far boards and out. The Bruins couldn't keep it in. Both teams are going for some changes. Pastrnak in the near board sends it around the net to the far corner. Puck, Bruins trying to get it to behind the net. They can't free it off the boards. Far corner, Pastrnak finally gets it free. Bruins send it. Pastrnak sends it to the corner. No, actually, he just picked it up. I lost track of where he went. Still battling in the far boards, and the Ducks send it around the near corner and chip it to neutral ice. Pass to the far side, and they dump it in, head for a line change for the Ducks. Under 14 to go in the second. Dump in by Pastrnak into the far corner. Ducks send it to neutral ice, and now the Bruins have it in their own end. They just get it out over the red line. Pass to the near far circle. Shot saved by Dostal behind the net. Excuse me. Back to the blue line. High shot. I don't know if that one will be on net, but that was a glove save by Dostal. He hangs on. We'll get the under 14 media timeout. Oh, that one went on end and just went high. Man, Bruins almost tied it. They are saying 23-12 shots on goal, Bruins. All right, I got to catch up on the chat, I see. Hello, Janias Mackey. Oh, okay. Stan took over our other... Oh, the other GM's contract ran out? I gotcha. Top 6 is veteran. Our bottom 6 are super young. Same with the... the defense is what's so rough. They're not getting enough out of their defense. Okay. Yeah, Pickard looks pretty okay. It's Skinner probably, or is it Pickard? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you. I'll catch up on the comments, but yeah. Yeah, all my hats. I prefer the franchise, 47 brand. The brand of the hat's called the franchise. I'm trying to find it. Well, this one just says vintage hockey because it's an old Bruins. But yeah, extra large. Where does it? Their fitted ones are called franchise though because it's the unstructured crown, which I prefer. This is the only one I have with the NHL logo, the old one too. I don't have any others, but it just happens to be the Bruins hat too. I just don't like Duck stuff. Don't like their color commentator. Did not like some of their players back in the day either. This orange is just too bright for me. Yeah, not for every team. Eventually I might work on that. I can't imagine getting Blues or Stars, to be honest. Or Ducks. The Ducks have just never had anything I really liked. So, yeah. Went crazy on eBay for a while. And I do order off of 47's website. All right, Ducks in the near boards. Bruins get it at the red line. Skated in the O-zone. Near boards. Near circle. Sent to the side of the net and frozen by Dostal at 13:07. When did they get another shot? 24-12. I must have been looking at my hat. Oh, we need to check. The Canes. Yes, my teams are the Kings and the Canes. I know. I'm rooting for all the Canadian teams after that, and yeah, it pains me to the Oilers have made the Kings' life miserable. Blake gets them on the board as 5th, so Carolina gets within 1. I root for the Canes because the Chicago Wolves are their AHL affiliate, and I go to Wolves games once in a while. Shot, I think, off the side of the net into the far corner. Bruins try to retrieve it. They're still battling behind the net for the puck. Now it comes loose in the far circle, back to the blue line. Shot deflected into the near boards. Another deflection into the far board, sent around and picked up behind the net. And that another shot block. Man, the Ducks block a ton of shots, even though Boston has 25 shots on goal. And we have a whistle. at 12:32. What was this call? Maybe offsides. 25-12 shots on goal. I got to look up how many the Ducks had after one. Don't feel like they've had many in the first 6.5 or so here. All right. We're still waiting on the linesman to draw. Oh, wow. An actual first attempt draw. Lacombe, after the Anaheim draw, flipped it to the neutral ice. Now they have to retrieve it into their far corner, make that. Far board's played out. They wave off icing. Ducks trying to retrieve it in the far corner. Behind the net. Bruins with the puck. Lindholm sends it up the near boards. Delayed offsides, I think, on the Bruins. They had to tag up. Ducks going the other way, but Lindholm scoops it up and sends it to the red line. Skated into the near boards. Puck gets away. Ducks counter. Pass to the near corner or near circle. They get it to Seneca, who sends it. They get it back to the blue line. Shot and a glove save and held on by Korpisalo at 11:37. And we got pushing and shoving in the near corner. Seneca there. Geeky. Who else? Kushna, number 93. I have a hard time with his name. I got to look up pronunciations for some of these guys. Still 25-12. I thought that one was on net. No calls here. Yeah, I don't really have jerseys. I have a lot of hoodies. I have a few jerseys. This is really a hoodie. It's a old Cam Neely Bruins one in really poor condition, but it was so cheap I had to get it. They did give him a shot on goal, 25-13. Bruins have it. They're going to have to tag up, though, and they send it back into their own end. That is Esperat. And they dump it in. And the Ducks get it out of their own end. Gauthier at the blue line. Cross-ice pass. Far circle. Shot. And Korpisalo tripped and was down on his butt. And the Ducks get a goal. Oh, boy. I don't know what happened to Korpisalo, but the Ducks put it in the net. Pass to the far circle. Shot went wide. McTavish, I think because Asperat might have hit him. You know, I don't know if that was of his own doing. I don't know. I wonder if they've got a case to challenge for goaltender interference. He was in the crease. I think that's got to be interference. I think Boston should challenge this. Yeah, McTavish, I think they're going to waive this. He skated into him and knocked him over. Asperat didn't knock McTavish over until he had already run over Korpisalo. Hey, I think this is coming off. I'm taking it off. Oh. Yeah, it's waved off. I don't know what took the Ducks, why they were so far behind on the broadcast. The goal, they were already underway with the draw after the goal had been taken off. So still 2-1 Ducks. Boy, yeah, that orange does not match what's on TV. It looks red on their graphic, but I don't know. I couldn't find anything. Battle for the puck in the near corner. And the Bruins get it out of their own end. Ducks cross-ice pass by Lacombe. And now they send it up. Far boards into the far circle. Now behind the net. Back to the blue line for Lacombe. Bruin player loses his stick. Lacombe with a shot, and it gets deflected into the netting. I believe it may have been a save. At 10:01, 25-14. Shots on goal. All right, so no, I guess no shot on goal there. Whoops. 10:01 to go. Face off in the near circle. They already kicked a Bruin out of the draw. All right, just drop the puck, linesman. Finally. Ducks win the draw in the near circle. Behind the net. Ducks battling for the puck. Johnston against Lindholm of the Bruins. Lindholm comes away with it into the far corner. Sends it up the boards and past the blue. No, wait. Well, the Ducks had it in and now it's out again. And what's the call here? At 9:36. Oh, no. I accidentally reset the clock for some reason. All right, we're going to a commercial break for the under 10 media timeout. Yeah, I agree. And I can't find an orange to match it. I don't think I've ever liked any of the Ducks jerseys. They're better off wearing mostly black. I think their gold is okay, but I don't know. It's just because it's the lesser of all evils. But hey, Brick, nice to hear from you. Thanks for chatting. Yeah, it's not only do I not like the Ducks particularly now as really a Kings fan, it just yeah. It is an ugly color. I just can't like that orange now. The more I look at it, does just not look right. And like this on NHL.com doesn't even look right because this looks like burnt orange, closer to red, and what they wear is somewhere between what I have and this. I guess I was better off with the gold. All right, let's make sure we are live. They are back from commercial. I swear, I'm just gonna go to the Bruins feed. Ducks are that Ducks color and analyst is so annoying. Their play-by-play is all right. Yep, for the Bruins. Hey, Alex, thanks for being here. All right, shots are still 25-14. We're halfway through the game. Yeah. There's a few, I think. There's some I can't even say. They're so hard. I should have looked it up. In the middle of the stream? Okay. I guess. I love you too. Okay, sorry. Oh, an original 6 tour stream. Yeah. I'll have to look. I don't know if there's any teams I haven't covered yet. Face off at the center ice draw. Sent in the near boards. Okay. The game. Man, I can't win. Behind the net. Ducks send it around the boards. And knocked back in. Bruins have it. Far circle shot. I guess not on net. Into the near boards. Ducks take it behind the Bruin net. Into the near boards. And out. Yeah, this was the only 9 o'clock game. That was the... There just wasn't that many games. I could only do one or the other today. Shot on net from the slot by the Bruins again, but still can't get it past other than that one on the power play. Another shot and a glove save. All right, they need to update the shots. It's 8:34 to go in the second, 27-14. Carlson had a good pass, and then Ducks had a good opportunity, but yeah, it would have gone off the side of the net, but Corpusalo was there. No, I didn't hear that update. Thanks for the update. Which team is that? I'll have to look it up on. Waiting on. Finally, Strome wins the draw, but now the Bruins have it at the blue line and send it. And we got another whistle at 8:28. What was the call here? And they took a shot away. Man, these official scores are some of the worst. They keep taking shots away. I don't know what it is. And we gotta redo it because of the stupid linesman. It's Strome on the draw. Face off. Ducks up the near boards. No icing, I guess. Sent around by, I think, Geeky. And we got a Bruins penalty coming up. As there's a battle for the puck. Looked like a trip, I assume. Yep. 8:11 to go, and the Ducks in the second, and the Ducks will head to the power play. Number 6, apparently on the trip. Lore. He tripped Killorn in the skates. Yeah, tripping. Even the TV graphics make it look like a brick red, and it's not. It's this bright orange, like construction crew orange. I don't know. I can't find a color to match it for some reason. My usual sites don't have a match. I'll catch up on the chat in a little bit. Bruins clear it down the length of the ice. Dostal touches it up. Lacombe carries it over. He'll make a drop pass. And finally they go up the left wing near circle. Centered shot. Good save by Corpusalo. 7:45 to go. Second period, and the Bruins clear it down the length of the ice. 26-15 shots on goal. All right, Ducks retreat behind their own net. Lacombe drop pass again. Carried in, same near side to around the net. Looks like Lindholm was able to clear it again, though. Under a minute to go on the power play. Behind the net, Lacombe scoops it up. Another drop pass. Under 7 to go. Second period. Into the near boards. Killorn centered. Shot from the slot is way wide. Maybe it was deflected. Bruins trying to counter, but they lose it. And it'll try to reset everything. Zellweger has it. I don't know. The Bruins got to change. Zellweger into the far circle, far boards. Killorn is there with him. Back to the blue line. 15 now on the power play. And near circle. Puck gets away into the near boards. Gauthier. Back to the blue line. Shot is wide. Looking for... Oh, it was deflected in. And it's 3-1. I think the power play may have expired just before. We'll see. 6:13. Time of the goal. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess maybe it was still on the power play. So 3-1 Ducks on the deflection. They sent it wide, and the player to, I think it was Strome, tipped it in. I mean, not a whole lot Corpusalo could do. I mean, the defense just wasn't there. I think he tipped it, and it was blocker side high to the near post. He had to respect, he couldn't just seal the near post on a blast from the blue line. Great tip by Strome. Strome's first of the year on the power play from McTavish and Gauthier. Again, 13:47, and the Bruins trail by 2 once again. Shots on goal, 26-16. As we approach 6 minutes to go, second period. Dumped in, sent behind the boards to the far corner. Battle for the puck. Bruins get it to Pastrnak up the right wing. Centered to the far circle. Shot is wide into the near side. Pastrnak can't get it off the boards. Finally, now the Ducks have it and get it out of their own end, and we'll dump it in from the red line. But the Bruins jump on it in their near circle. Sent up the near boards, down the length of the ice. It's actually deflected on net. Sent around the boards by the Ducks, dumped right back in. The Bruins will have to tag up, though, as they were offside. Skated out of their own end. That was more. They dump it in. Corpusalo behind his net to the near side. Pass. They chip it into the far corner for the Bruins. Battle into the near corner behind the net. Ducks have it. And we are under 5 to go in the second period. 27-16. And there goes. Oh, I thought the ESPN app crashed. It looked like the picture froze. Near circle shot and a glove save by Corpusalo at 4:34. So we'll have the under 6 media timeout. Of course, we got pushing and shoving again. Man, these teams hate each other. All right, let's catch up on the that wasn't a shot on goal. Still 27-16. Catch up on the chat, live chat. Charlie McAvoy. No, I didn't hear about that. Yeah, Oh, no. Yikes. Yeah, that would stink. Yeah, I can't imagine getting a jaw. No, I didn't hear about that injury at all. And I guess I don't. Maybe the Crosby thing happened when I wasn't following hockey. I vaguely remember. All right. Now they took a shot away. What is with these scores? It's 27-15 shots on goal. These man, some of these places are just the worst on shots on goal. I don't understand all the editing they do constantly. So now Bruins are 1 for 1 on the power play. The Ducks are 1 for 2. Oh, are we back live or are they showing the replay? I think they're showing the replay. Yeah, they're showing the replay. Okay. Used to be Hawks fan. I don't get to see the Hawks anymore. I like the Kings and the Hurricanes now. I mean, I've always kind of liked the Kings. Hurricanes I've just adopted because they're the Chicago Wolves. The Chicago Wolves are their AHL affiliate, but I don't get to see the Hawks, so I have I'm kind of just neutral on the Hawks, I guess. I'm just still mad at them for taking the over-the-air signal down, though. All right, pass to the slot got through everybody for the Ducks to the far boards. They keep it in at the blue line. We got 4 minutes to go in the second. Don't know if that was blocked or if that shot got on net. Battle for the puck up the near boards. And actually, the Bruins on a breakaway. Backhander goes wide. Had a chance to cut it to 3-2, and they didn't cash in. And sent behind the net. Back to, I think, Lindholm, and a shot from the far faceoff circle doesn't get through. It was blocked. They do say, yeah, wait a minute. That puck went wide. How'd the Bruins get a shot on goal there? 28-15. I'm sure they'll edit that one out again. Ducks finally get it out of their own end to the far circle, but the Bruins send it behind their own net. And the Ducks have it in their own end. Up the near boards, and shot is sent. I don't know if that was deflected. Frozen puck, and tempers flaring again at 2:49. And they considered that a shot on goal, 28-16. Yeah, they were over the air all of last year, free. They weren't on Chicago. They weren't on Comcast Xfinity. So then over the summer, like in June, they finally came to an agreement. And part of that agreement was to take down the over-the-air signal. So I'm kind of just like, well, whatever. Got to see a year of bad hockey, and now I'm just indifferent. Up the near boards, Pastrnak has it into the O-zone. He whiffs on his centering pass, but they get it into the near corner. Puck comes free in the slot. Trouba has it for the Ducks, and the Ducks skate it over the red line to the far circle. Centered for Trouba. His shot is blocked by the Bruins and knocked out of their own end and skated up by Curley. And dumped in by Geeky. Yeah, we are having some trouble with the Ducks signal. I may have to just switch broadcasts. Keeps glitching. All right, Bruins over the red line into the O-zone, up the near boards. Tried to center it in the slot. The puck is deflected into the near boards, and the Ducks send it to center ice. Tons of shots, but just no goals. Only the one on the power play for the Bruins. Near circle shot. That one's in. There we go, Bruins. It's 3-2 at 1:33. Might have been deflected. Looks like it was getting credit to 81. Let's see. Just beat Dostal glove side. I don't know how this slipped through. Right under the glove, or I don't know. Yeah, Dostal looked at his glove like it had a hole in it. I honestly didn't know how that got in. So Isamont from Zadorov, his fifth. So 1:33 to go, and the Bruins, 1:33 to go in the second. The Bruins are back within a goal. Dostal gets a towel to dry his hair, and maybe he was getting an equipment a check and puts his mask back on. Maybe he thought the laces were ripped on his glove. I don't know. I was just shocked it went in. A Ducks player went to dive to make the block, and great play by the Bruin player to wait it out. Yeah, I just think it went under his elbow. He got handcuffed. Under a minute and a half to go. Bruins back in it. 29-17 shots, 3-2 Ducks. Centering pass gets through to the far boards. Lindholm dumps it in behind the net. Wraparound attempt, stuffed though. Still battling for the puck behind the net. Trouba is there for the Ducks. Sent up the near boards. Kept in at the blue line. Oh, crap. And I'm having trouble with YouTube Studio. Awesome. All right, well, we will drop our output. We will go down to 3,000 kilobits per second on the... Yep, sorry, the video might have frozen. The audio should still be coming through. In theory, I'm still getting an error, though. I guess I'm buffering, it says. Hopefully it's clean. Under 30 seconds to go. 3-2. Yeah, apologies. Bruins get it in the near circle. Under 20 seconds to go. Hopefully this is still live. I'm hoping I'm not behind. Battle for the puck with 10 seconds. Up the near boards. 8, 7. Ducks in the near boards. And Bruins take it behind the net. And that's the end of the second period. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm giving out a poor signal feed. I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe I need to up. Man, I should not be. We're not using any other apps. I'll go up instead of down. 3,100 kilobits per second. Let's see. Well, let's get the clock going. I forgot to do that. Are we getting penalties? All right, well, hopefully, again, I had some, now it says an excellent thing, but excellent stream, but we had 442 drop frames. Again, that just means the picture freezes. Hopefully the audio comes through. Yeah, I'm hoping, I know my internet, my internet is crap. I waited 9 years for AT&T to get fiber internet and never got it. Hoping to get faster internet sometime early next year, though. Not deal with this garbage anymore. The only thing I can think of is that the ESPN app just uses up a lot of bandwidth. And I just should close everything I'm not using currently, I guess. But usually, yeah, they're telling me I didn't have a strong enough signal, but then I also had trouble with drop frames, so I can't stream at the frame rate I'd like to, unfortunately. All right, well, it's 3-2 Ducks. Bruins get a late goal to pull back within... one at 18:27 to go in the third and a great shot by Isamont. All right, we'll go through I don't know, I think we did all the goal views. Goal visual. Well, we'll do it for the second period goals. All right. Strome, 16. On the power play. Yeah, it was deflected. That was a great deflection. High. Blocker side near post over. I forgot the goalie. Corpusalo. And then Dostal got beat under the glove side near post by Isamont, his fifth, from the near faceoff circle. The defenseman slides in front of him, and he just waited it out and got around him. So right there, he slides, he stops, he waits, and just puts it through him, glove side. It was like it went under his elbow or something. Only one penalty after all that pushing and shoving. Lorre for tripping Killorn at 11:49. Each team has a power play goal. Oh, yeah, I don't think I caught up. I got to catch up on some chats. Yeah, right. It is more on Comcast Xfinity. Yeah, I mean, whatever. They want to go the cable route, fine. I guess they were so bad, and I guess there's just not enough money in ad revenue for over the air, but it hasn't stopped other teams from doing over the air. Yeah. Oh, like you were, yeah, Rangers, Islanders, Devils, Knicks, Nets, never over the air. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I hear you. Well, that's the crazy thing. The Hawks, when I was growing up, the Hawks only had the road games on. You had to buy a ticket for the home games or listen on the radio. It didn't even matter, and it didn't even matter if you had cable. And you know, so that made it hard to follow the team for any fan. I mean, in the '90s, when the Wolves were doing well and the Bulls were doing well, the Chicago Wolves, the IHL team at the time and later AHL team, were outdrawing the Blackhawks. They were packing what used to be known as the Rosemont Horizon. I don't know when the sponsorship deals finally came through, but yeah. That was, a time, late 98. Yeah, that's what I thought, because we had a lot of drop frames, and I had a YouTube studio error. Just so strange. You know what? I'm going to get out of the app right now. It's been pretty good about not crashing, but I like to get out at the intermissions just to be safe. Oh, yeah, let me get the time up. So I was slow to start it. Yeah. Wait, what's freckles? I don't know. I hear you. Thanks for the comment, Taylor. Yeah, speaking of Packers, we'll have the Vikings Packers at noon. No clue how that game's going to go. All right. Oh, let's check in. Oh, wait. 30-20 now. Shots. Are you kidding me? Man, they are messing with the shots on goal. 30-20 now. Bruins, and they trail 3-2. All right, let's check in. Zuccarello gets his first of the year, and the Wild have a 3-1 lead in St. Paul over the Hurricanes. Getting doubled up on shots, 33-16. Oh, boy. Again, earlier in Buffalo, Flames win on the road 6-2. Capitals went at home over the Oilers 7-4, and the Oilers' struggles continue. Excuse me. All right, we'll get back into the app now. Let's check the numbers. We straighten out the shots. 27-13 face-offs, Boston. 1-for-1 on the power play. Boston 1-for-2, Anaheim. 25-13 hits, Bruins. You know what? Let's try the Boston feed. I can't stand that guy on the Ducks feed. Block shot 16-11 Ducks, 16-8 giveaways Ducks, 3-3 takeaways. Season finale tonight. Season series finale. Ducks won the first game 7-5 in Boston. I don't know. Boston's broadcast wasn't great though either. And their score bug is pretty uninspiring. All right, tomorrow night, last flag football game for my son, so we'll just have the Kings-Sharks 9 o'clock game. Friday night, women's college basketball. Top ranked UConn hosting like number 6 Michigan, 7 o'clock. And then we'll make an exception to be able to get a hockey game in. Bruins in LA to take on the Kings. So back-to-back Kings games. And Boston 2 and 3 nights. And so, yeah, rare 9:30 Central game. Saturday triple header. We'll have a Kentucky, Louisville. They're both ranked in the like 20 to 25 range. 1 o'clock. The UConn game's on Fox. The Kentucky Louisville game will be on CW at 1. And then Saturday night doubleheader, Toronto, Montreal, and Vegas, Anaheim, 6 and 9. Sunday, Minnesota, Green Bay at noon. Seattle against New York Islanders, 4. And then I guess Boston, San Jose, because the other game was Flames, Canucks. Flames are bad, even though they won tonight, and Canucks are under 500. So as of now, Ottawa Kings, 8 o'clock Monday. We'll try to see if there's other women's basketball games to get to. No chance for a doubleheader that night in the NHL. In the poll, we got 22 votes, 55% for the Bruins, 45% for the Ducks. All right, going to take a break. And then I will be back. Make sure that's live and muted. Man, yeah, hopefully once I get new internet, that'll help. Really slow internet. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers, which will help grow the channel. I thank you for your support. All right, trying to get to the music I have saved. I don't know where we're at. Something a little bit longer. All right, thanks everybody. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. All right, let's close this. Let's take down schedule. We can reset for the 3rd, but we still got a little bit of time left. Ooh, Kane's got a goal. Aho is 8th from Svechnikov and Jarvis at 6:34. 11:32. They still got a chance. Oh, I guess we can take a look at the standings while we got a minute too. Yeah, hopefully that was just a hiccup on the internet. Man, that one day it completely went out on me like at halftime. I think it was it might have been the Berlin game a couple Sundays ago. And it took forever to come back too. Man, that's so mad. All right, Red Wings, Bruins, Canadians from the Atlantic, Hurricanes, Devils, Penguins from the Metropolitan, Wildcards currently, Islanders and Lightning. Lightning have 22 points, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams at 22. You know, and then a few people at 21 points, or a few teams at 21 points. So East is pretty competitive top to bottom. Whereas, I mean, the Bruins are not the Bruins, the Sabres are starting to slip a little. Leafs are just playing 500. Panthers are just above 500. Panthers are just awesome at home and 3-6 on the road. Whereas the Rangers are the opposite. The Rangers are 1-7-1 at home, 9-2-1 on the road. The Kings are the same way. Kings 9-2-2 on the road, 1-4-2 at home. Avalanche, Stars, Jets, Ducks, Knights, Kings, and then the Hawks and the Kraken wild card. Mammoth right there at 23 points as well. All right, so Anaheim will be in orange going left to right. Bruins in white going right to left. Wow, that light show would give me a headache if I was at this game. All right, let's take down the timer. Wow, my timer was pretty right on, I think, too, at any rate. All right, well, I don't know. If Nesson is behind, maybe I'll go back to the Ducks. They seem to be... Yeah, they got the Kings Friday, Sharks Sunday on the road, then the Islanders the day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday. And then they have a home game Friday afternoon, the day after Thanksgiving against the Rangers. All right, we are underway. And whistle at 19:55. I think that might have been an icing on the Ducks. All right, so I don't think they're too far behind. Wait, who's Freckler? I'll have to look that up. On one of these teams? Let me look. All right, draw is in the near circle in the Ducks' end. And Minton probably getting kicked out for the Bruins. Nope. Still waiting. There's the draw. Bruins win it. Shot gets through and a Dostal save at 19:51. 31, and they took a shot away again. 31-19. Good Lord, stop editing Duck official scores. All right. Face off behind the Ducks net. Sent up the far boards. At the red line, poked in. And the Ducks have the puck. Behind the net. Battle for the puck. Shot. I think that may have been on net. Strome sends it in. Up the near boards. And Trouba sends it in again. Behind the net. Bruins get it. And not out. Ducks send it right back in again. 3 in a row from the blue line. Trouba shot wide into the far corner. Strome sends it to the near corner. Battle for the puck. It's sent behind the net to Strome. He got hit by Lindholm. Puck comes up and out. And down the length of the ice and icing on the Bruins at 18:52 to go in the third. Yeah, I'm looking. Who? All right. Far face-off circle. Oh, brother. And they give a warning to the Duck player. There's the draw. Bruins send it around the near boards. Ducks take it, though. Send it back to the blue line. Shot from the top of the near circle was wide. Maybe looking for a redirect, and the Bruins get it to center ice. Ducks will dump it. And into the near circle. Shot steered aside by Korpisalo. And the Ducks can't keep it in. And the Bruins counter off the bench area of the Ducks. It's 31-20 shots on goal as we approach 18 minutes remaining. They get it past to the far circle. Seneca takes it around to the near circle. Cross-ice pass, blue line shot blocked into the slot. And they misplayed it, and the Bruins get out of their own end. Pastrnak gets... No, it wasn't Pastrnak. Somebody got labeled, lost a glove in their stick, and we got a fight going at 17:47. It was Gudis and 48, who is Veal, or Vale, V-I-E-L, or Vile. Or was Vile the one that got hit? No, I think VL. VL getting help to the locker room. All right, what's the call here? Gudis, a minor. Maybe for that. All right, I don't know. I got to wait. What are they going to say? Yeah, they're trying to figure this out. This is Judd Surratt, the old Chicago Wolves play-by-play announcer. That's why I went back to the Bruins, too. All right, so they're saying a Bruins power play. Maybe Gudis got the roughing for running over Izamat, number 81. Somebody dropped the gloves, Vial. And then Vial had to be helped to the locker room. Yeah, he got tackled by Gudis. 2-minute power play for Anaheim? That's not... Well, NHL.com is wrong. Well, I hate the Ducks again. Screw Gudis for tackling Vial and for hitting number 81, Izamat. So I don't know why NHL.com is screwed up. Let me check the game summary real quick. Yeah, the only penalty they put up is Gudis for roughing. Somebody had a or a misconduct, maybe not a game misconduct. So is it four on four? All right, I'll just put Vial in. I guess it is a Duck power play. I don't. NHL.com is struggling mightily to get the penalties in. So 5-on-4 man advantage for the Ducks after all that mess. Under 17:20 to go. And the puck is in the far circle, back to the blue line. Yeah, I should just go back to the Ducks broadcast. Shot by Gauthier. Looked like a kick save. And then the Bruins clear it down the length of the ice. Under 17 minutes to go. Still 31-20 shots on goal in favor of the Bruins. I thought that last one was on net. All right, Ducks getting some changes, and they'll regroup. They still have 50 seconds on the power play. To the far circle. Centering, shot and frozen there. Right out in the crease by Corpus Salo. Corpus. Yeah, the Ducks shouldn't have 7 men on the ice like NHL.com has it. All right, there they got Geeky. Maybe Geeky is serving it for Vial. That could be it. But maybe Vial got the misconduct. Instigator, Vial. 5 for fighting, Gudis and Vial. Okay. So Geeky must be serving it for the Bruins, I'm assuming, since Vial went to the locker room. All right, under 16:20 to go. To the far circle, off the boards, sent back to the blue line by the Ducks, into the near corner now. And the Bruins get it to center ice. And then they dump it in. Steves dumped it in. And there's not much left here on the power play. Now we are back to full strength. 31-22 shots on goal. So the Ducks maybe got 2 shots on that power play. Shot and held on from the far side by Corpus Salo. 15:35 to go. And again, now 31-23 shots on goal. Bruins still need one to get back even, and we are closing in on 15.5 to go. Face off, and the Bruins take it behind their own net, up the near boards, not out. Now it's sent to the knocked down by Trouba at the red line. He dumps it right back in to the far corner. Puck is loose and back into the far corner. Behind the net, Ducks centered shot. And Corpusalo freezes it after a save, I believe, at 15-12. 31-24 shots on goal. Excuse me. All right. Bruins trail 3-2. They just killed a power play. We got Pasternak out there. Lindholm for the Bruins. 15-12 to go. Draws behind the Bruins net, up the near boards. Pasternak to the far side, far circle. Centering pass got through into the near boards. They would have had an easy goal. If they had connected on the pass, Pasternak would have just had to tip it into the wide open net. Pasternak dumps it in. Bruins center it. Shot from the top of this near circle. Rebound into the near boards. Isamont was there. He's got it behind the net. Bruins keep it to the far circle, back to the blue line. Near circle. And I guess it got tipped into the netting. Did not go on net at 14-28, 32-24 shots on goal. We're watching Zadorov skate around. Still waiting for this draw. All right. Kastelik in the draw, and he just got kicked out. He's facing Strome. Janot. Nope, it's going to be Minton. They switch sides. Minton. Oh, my gosh. Linesman dropped the puck. What are we doing? I don't know what he's laughing about, but Strome just got kicked out of the draw. Now it's Killorn. Still waiting on this knucklehead linesman. Finally, the draw taken by the Ducks. The Bruins keep it in at the blue line. That shot is blocked into the far boards. And sent behind the net up to the blue line. Centering pass dumped into the far corner. And now the Ducks finally get it out by their bench area over the red line. Bruins counter over the red line into the near boards. Chipped in behind the net. Centering pass. Lost the puck into the near boards. And they took a hit. That was Trouba. Puck gets away, but Ducks still have it. Still 32-24 shots on goal, and Bruins, but 3-2 Ducks. And dumped in from the red line into the near corner. Battle for the puck. Sent to the blue line. Shot in behind the net to the far boards. Shot from the blue line. Knocked down. Backhander blocked into the far boards. Sent in the far corner. Far circle. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked. And it gets in. Ducks retrieve it in their own end. Sent to the far boards. And we got 13 minutes remaining in the third period. Ducks with the puck. What was that? Ducks dump it in, and then the Bruins send it right out. Pass to the red line. Far circle. Around the net. Near corner. I think that's Trouba for the Ducks. It is. Battling for the puck. Still pinning it on the boards. Now they have that wing patch on their shoulders. Now we got a whistle at 12:29. What was the whistle for? Do we have a penalty coming up on the Ducks? This might be a makeup call. Harkins. Didn't see what the penalty was for, but Harkins is going to the penalty or the sin bin. Number 24. Oh, wait. Now it's 4-on-4? That's not right. Vial's serving a misconduct. It's not 4-on-4. Why is NHL.com so messed up? That's not right. This should be a Bruins power play. 5-on-4. Looks like the Vial, Harkins cross-checking of Zacha, or Zacha? Zacha? Z-A-C-H-A. Must have happened in that near boards battle. I really didn't see it, and they didn't show a replay before they went to commercial. Again, I switched to the Bruins broadcast, but this clearly the Vial misconduct is screwing up their strength on NHL.com, because there's been actually, let me check the game summary. Maybe it's more detailed. Nope, just Harkins cross-checking. So it should be a Bruins power play. I don't know why the misconduct would throw off their... Yeah, they even got power play there, but... Oh, now they fixed it, finally. What? I don't know what they did. Oh, great. Now what happened? Okay. All right. Well, I thought it crashed. It just went blank. Oh, and the Canes tie it up. Blake at 18:54 of the third, and it looks like we're headed to overtime. There's 3 seconds. Hurricanes come back down 3-1, with most of the third to go, 19:45, and they tie it. Here we got the Bruins on a power play after the cross check. Face off. Lindholm at the blue line to Pastrnak. Shot. And it's in. It's a goal for the Bruins. I don't know if this will be Pastrnak or if it got tipped in. And the power play is over. And the Bruins draw even with the Ducks. 3 apiece with 12:21 to go in the third. They won the draw. Back to the blue line. Centered to the just inside the blue line. Yeah, that got, I don't know what Dostal was looking at. He just didn't cover the far post. Just a wrister by unless, hold on, did they give? No, they gave it to Geekie. Geekie tipped it in on the power play. Did they change that up? No, Geekie is 2. I really didn't think Geekie had the first one. Wait, what number is Geekie? I thought... Yeah, because 13 is Blue Mel. I thought Blue Mel had a goal earlier. At any rate, we approach 12 minutes to go. 33-24 shots on goal. Bruins have tied it. So it was tipped in by Geekie. I didn't really see him get his stick on it. And it beat Dostal to the far post glove side. Kept in by Lacombe, who sends a shot, and it's deflected into the far boards. Back to Lacombe. Another pass. Oh, Seneca had it in the slot, and that's a kick save by Korpisalo. Battle for the puck in the near corner. They get it back to the blue line. Kept in. Gauthier gets it back. His shot is weak. It's right outside the crease. Dostal couldn't freeze it. And it comes out free. And finally, the Bruins get it out of their own end. Oh, that's cool. The Bruins broadcast had a zone time clock. Yeah, it was getting up to 40 seconds, I think, at least. And the Bruins send it around into the near zone. Or, sorry, near circle. Battle in the near corner now. Under 11 to go. 33-25 shots on goal. Bruins, and we're tied 3 apiece. Battle, and now finally the Ducks clear it out of their own end. And Korpisalo sends it to the near corner. Now the Bruins will skate it out and dump it in from the red line and chase into the near corner. Behind the net, Ducks have it in the far corner. Under 10:20 to go in the third. And the Ducks skate it out of their own end. Killorn dumps it in from the red line. Behind the net. Now in the far corner. Back to the blue line. Over to the near circle. Shot is deflected wide. Into the near boards. Bruins get it to the red line. And the Ducks have it right back in. Geekie from Pastrnak and Lindholm. Geekie's 13th and 14th tonight. Blocker, knocked down by Korpisalo, but not a save. Puck is sent behind the Ducks net. Lacombe has it again. He skates it over the red line and dumps it in. Korpisalo behind his net to the far boards. Puck is loose. Bruins Skated up the far boards, into the O zone. Centering pass in the slot, and a shot, and what a save by Dostal to keep it 3-3 on a shot from the near circle. An incredible job of him to seal off the near post. And they haven't given the Bruins a shot on goal for that yet? Now they do. Wow, it took them long enough. Right outside the crease, and what a save by Korpisalo into the far corner. Just walked around the Bruins defense. I don't know if both teams are getting tired, but man, 34-26 shots on goal. Ducks trying to get some changes. Bruins appear to have just iced it at 8:28. So the draw will head back into the Bruins zone. Oh, man. Yeah, Geeky, number 39, could have given them the lead, but Dostal stood tall. That looks like a shoulder save off blocker's side. And McTavish skated in alone, and a good blocker save by Korpisalo. All right, we're under 8.5, and the Bruins dumped it in. Ducks regroup in their own end. Send it over the red line to the far boards, to the slot. A shot, save. Puck is loose in the slot. Another shot way wide. Another shot blocked by the Bruins. Kept in. Gudis kept it in briefly, and now the Bruins have it. They dump it into the far corner. 34-27 shots on goal. And the puck gets sent into the near boards. Gudis makes a cross-ice pass. Ducks take it out of their own end. They get a line change. I think the Bruins just finished one. And we approach 7.5 to go in the third. Ducks keep it in. Blast from the near circle. Big rebound. Save. Puck is loose. Defenseman got in the way of one. As it almost was like a lacrosse goal. Into the far circle. Wow, the Bruins got fortunate there. Pass to the crease. Bruins stop it and send it out up the near boards. Pasternak trying to get it, but the Ducks will send it right back in. Killorn took a hit. In the far corner, shot from the far circle. Another save by Korpisalo. And the Bruins, this won't be icing. Lacombe will have to track it down. Bruins had it in the far circle. Now they lose it in the in the slot, and the Gauthier has it. He sends it off the near boards and into the near circle, but the Bruins have it in the near boards, and they don't get it out. Nope, Trouba screwed up and couldn't keep it in. 34-30 now after all those attempts by the Ducks. And we got a glove save, but that looked like it was wide of the net at 6:25. And this should be the under 10 media timeout, and we'll be due soon enough for the under 6. All right, good game going here. 3-3. Let's check in on overtime. And they're just going to overtime. Wow, what? Oh, no, overtime just finished. 3-3. So in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, the Hurricanes and Wild will go to a shootout. All right. Both games 3-3. All right. Let's check, make sure there's no penalties that were just called. I didn't figure, but just want to make sure. Yeah, still 3:38 on Viel's misconduct, but he headed to the locker room, so I have no idea if he's even going to return once that misconduct finishes. Oh, the Knicks do well tonight. What time is it? Wednesday? Yeah, it would only be on ESPN or what? League Pass. Knicks head to Dallas. 113-111. in search of first road victory. Yeah, Dallas has fallen on hard times, I think. Bulls looks like they just lost in Portland, 121-19. Is that it? Was that the last game of the night? Sure looks like it. Yeah, 113-111 Knicks over the Mavericks in Dallas. Let's check the shots. 34-30 still. Two goals tonight for Geeky. All right, Bruins send it around the far boards and out, but this might be icing on the Bruins at 6:18, and it is. Okay. Back to their end. Oh, my gosh. I don't know how 77 Vetrano didn't score off that rebound. And then he had another shot he was the guy that got the shot from the far circle, point blank range, and another save by Corpusalo. Far face-off circle, and we're still waiting. I thought he was going to kick out a Bruin from the draw. Zaka but the Ducks win the draw. Shot blocked by the Bruins. Up the near boards, Lindholm. Puck is loose. Lindholm's going to have to retreat into the near corner, send it around the boards. And passed out of the zone. Trouba flips it. Glove down. Lindholm lost it. Battle for the puck in the near boards right in front of the Ducks net. They take it behind. Gudis to the near boards. Scooped up by Moore. And it's by the bench area, and the Bruins have to retreat to their own end. Low Ray. Is it Low Ray maybe instead of Low Ray? Yeah, maybe it's Low Ray. 5:31, we got a whistle. To say, I thought they were good this year, but not if they haven't got. Not if that was their first win on the road, I guess. All right, still 34-30 shots on goal, 5.5 to go. Face off. Bruins win the draw. Dumped in at the red line in the far corner. Still battling for the puck behind the Duck net to the near boards. Killorn couldn't handle it. Pass to the slot, goes through everybody, and the Bruins regroup in their own end. Sent up the near boards, but not out. Ducks send it into the far corner. Killorn is there. And somebody got tripped, and no call for the Bruins player, and they skated out the near side. Dump it in, far circle. Tough angle shot, couldn't get redirected. It's into the near boards, kept in at the blue line. And now the Ducks have it in the near boards. And Killorn will dump it in after he crossed the red line. Into the far circle area. Stolen by the Ducks right to the slot or the crease. Backhander saved. And now the Bruins counter, but they lose the puck at the red line. And the Ducks counter to the far circle. Wraparound attempt is fortunately blocked by the defense and just cleared out for the Bruins. 34-31 shots on goal. Gauthier lost it in the near boards, and the Bruins thought they had it out. Ducks get it and dump it in. They'll have to tag up, though. They were delayed offsides. Bruins get it and dump it in from the near boards to the far face-off circle. Pass in front of their own net. Ducks get it out. Ahead. Far circle. To the slot. Oh, no. And that's a goal. More on the shot. Might have been deflected. or it's more from the slot, high slot area or just outside of it at 3:35. I guess they're giving it to Moore. Oh, man, with 3:35 to go, the Ducks take the 4-3 lead. They take a shot away. They say Creeder unassisted. I don't know what Steves was doing other than screening his own goalie, Corpusalo. I don't know. I don't know who they gave the goal to. I don't think. Yeah, they just took it down. I think that's going to be Moore's goal. I don't think it was deflected in. We are under 3.5 to go. And Bruins have it in the near boards. And we got a whistle. What was this whistle for at 3:18? Did somebody knock it down with a high stick or? All right, 3:18 to go. 34-32 shots on goal. Bruins, but they are trailing by 1 again, 4-3. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of the same ads every time on this app. Oh wait, we got to check in. Hey, good luck at the chess tournament. Thanks, Father Time, for checking in. Final. Oh, the Wild get the win in the shootout. 4-3 over the Hurricanes. Dang. All right. 45-19 shots, Hurricanes. Unbelievable. And they still lose. But they do get a point out of it after being down 3-1 just underway, and Boldy gets the shootout winner. But 2 third-period goals, one with 1:06 to go by Blake after they were down 3-1 with 19:45 to go after a quick goal by Zuccarello to make it 3-1. All right. I wonder if Vial came back from the locker room. He would be available after serving his instigator misconduct in 31 seconds. Oh my gosh, they show the same commercials every break. It gets so obnoxious. All right, the Bruins have 3 minutes to get the equalizer. 3:18. Face off in the Bruins' end, and they already kicked a duck out of the draw. Jeez Louise, just drop the puck. Killorn wins the draw for the Ducks. They send it in behind the Bruin net. Battle in the near corner. And finally, the Bruins dump it in. Far circle. Oh my gosh, they had a pass go through the crease and they couldn't stuff it in. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third. Shot top of the circle. Save. Big rebound into the far corner. And not kept in by the Bruins as both teams get line changes. Asperat in front of his own net. Sends it up the near boards. Pastrnak to behind the net, and Pastrnak couldn't keep it in, and it's knocked away. The Ducks have a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Near circle shot, big rebound, and they send it up the near boards. 2:22 in the third. 36-32. That'll be changing soon too. Yep, 36-33 shots on goal. Trouba has it in front of his own net. Got to be thinking if the Bruins get the puck back, they'll have to pull Corpusalo for the extra attacker. Lindholm has it, passes to the far boards. They chip it ahead, but the Ducks send it back. to the red line and dumped in, so they cannot pull the goalie yet. Bruins in front of their own net to Lindholm. Cross ice pass. Skated in. Far circle. Geeky sends it into the near boards. And I can't believe they haven't pulled the goalie yet. Shot. That was a kick save. Now they pulled the goalie. And, man, they are having issues with the feed. This is what the Ducks feed was doing earlier, too. Dumped in by the Bruins. They have the extra attacker. Time getting short. Shot from the near circle. A save by, what's his name? Dostal. Pastrnak sends it to the blue line. Lindholm, cross ice pass. Under a minute to go. Lindholm, long shot, big rebound. Nobody from the Bruins could get there. And Killorn sends it, not out. Bruins keep it in. Tried to get us past to the slot. Knocked down. Pastrnak got tripped, no call. And back to the blue line. Shot, deflected, wide. Unbelievable. And Lacombe gets it out. And the Bruins in their own end. Under 30 to go. Pastrnak couldn't keep it in at the red line. Dumped in, skated near circle, near boards. Killorn flips it to center ice, tracked down by the Bruins. They only have 12 seconds to work with. The shot was into the near corner, sent behind the net. They're going to be out of time. Bruins won't be able to get one on net. And that's it. That's the end of the game. 4-3 is your final. And the Ducks get the win at home. Pretty good game. Little won 6 consecutive home games, I guess, for the Bruins. I'm sorry, for the Ducks. 4-3 is your final. Yeah, let's catch up on the chat. I know Ducks are at home, but they've got it. They've got offense to burn. I mean, how many 7-goal games have they had this year? They've had at least 3. I've lost track. And one of them was against the Bruins in Boston, but this time it was 4-3. Yeah, not like it was either goalie's fault. I don't remember if we did the visualizers for the third period. Here's Geeky's, which tied it up, number 39. I think he tipped it in on a shot from Pastrnak. Yeah, to beat Dostal glove side. And then the game winner by Moore, second of the year from Carlson and Terry, a slapper. Yeah, okay, they did give it to Moore. At first, they gave it to somebody else, I think, by mistake. Moore just rips one right by him. He got screened by his own defenseman. I mean, it wasn't the goalie's fault. 39-33 shots on goal, but lost 4-3. And again, Wild beat the Hurricanes 4-3 in a shootout. Earlier tonight, Capitals 7-4 over the Oilers. Oilers' struggles continue. Flames get a road win in Buffalo over the Sabres, 6-2. All right. I think that's going to do it. I'll save my voice. We will have Kings at Sharks tomorrow in a little bit over, 21 hours. 21 hours and about 20 minutes. Yeah. Plenty of penalties, especially in the third. But yeah. Well played game by both teams. Ducks get the season series sweep 2-0. I think that's going to do it. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the live stream. It will help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel and help me grow the channel as well. Hope to see you tomorrow night. if not soon after. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you soon. Sinbin Stream signing out, wishing you all the best. Until next time, bye-bye.